Okay, so this past week was a big deal. On Monday, I took the day off to take care of a lot of stuff. The major things were mostly for my car. I took care of some paperwork for it, and I also took care of my tires. I got new tires for the new car. It still had the original tires, and they were kind of rotted, although, at some point I questioned whether that was just the mechanic telling me that, or whether they were really a problem, so I took them to a couple of places to try to resell them afterwards, but then it was like the guy said there's no way I could possibly buy these, they're too rotted, and then I thought to myself, I may be out the, whatever I could have sold them for, but at least I now know that I was right to trust the mechanic, and he was not just trying to sell me tires because I've bought them before. Anyway, so that was a lot of Monday. I was trying to get in for a regular whatever. It's just so darn hard to get an appointment properly these days. So I'll have to do that some other time. I didn't really have time after everything else I was doing. But the rest of the week was fairly normal. I managed to get through the week with no trouble, and I think I put in for the paid time off properly. This weekend, I went down to Raleigh to visit with friends. I met up with my older brother, George, for lunch, and we had sushi, and that was good. I got to catch up with him. He was telling me I might need to go visit the animals. There's one of them that's not doing very well, so I may need to see her soon, just 'cause she probably won't be around much longer. After that, I got to go hang out with Olga and Mike, who are a couple of friends. Olga is an old con buddy, and Mike is her boyfriend that I made friends with when he came down for the fair. And I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do, but we did have a pretty good time. I took Race for the Galaxy with me, and we didn't get to play it. Instead, we ended up playing Settlers of Catan, and we also went out to Game Theory, which is actually one of my old haunts, and he picked up a copy of Pandemic, which we played. That was pretty good, and they also played movies in the background, so I've now seen more movies than I did before. I've probably seen more movies in a day than I've seen in the past year. But, whatever. I wasn't always paying close attention to them, but I did happen to see Frozen, and that turned out to be not a terrible movie. I don't normally like Disney movies, but that one wasn't so bad. Dare I say I actually liked it. But, other than that, I just, kind of generally got to hang out with friends and, catch up with family. I did also this past week see an opportunity for me because I got an email from Teachers Pay Teachers. I had signed up for it some time ago, and I put a thing or two up there. Still haven't made any money on it, but I did get a lot of feedback on the worksheet that I put up there. That was my freebie, and it had over 3,000 downloads, and I'm not sure if I featured it or the website did, but there was the word featured next to it, so that I'm really thinking that's just featured in my store, but whatever. It had a bunch of downloads, and I thought to myself, if even a tiny fraction of those had been paying downloads, that would be a substantial amount of money. Even a tenth of them would be like $300. That's totally worth the 2 or 3 hours I put into it. So I might go back to that site. I do have a talent for it, and it is basically exactly what I was looking for. An opportunity to set something up that will make me money that then doesn't require my constant attention to continue making me money. So I've been trying to brainstorm ideas. I'm not sure that they're all appropriate for this particular time of year, but we're just going to go with it, and maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. But, play to your strengths. But yeah, mostly life is me trying to keep everything under control, but for now it is. And I don't know what I'm doing this weekend yet, but I think I just picked up a tutoring student, so we'll see how that goes.